Top 10 most amazing unscripted moments in the WWE. I don't know who this is by. I just clicked on, the old YouTube. Put it in my Reactor app. Let's see what it's about. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Make sure to hit that bell so you never miss a motherfucking video. And let's get it cracking.
Watch WWE presents the top 10 unscripted wrestling moments. Number 10, the Montreal Screwjob. In all of wrestling history's unscripted moments, this one is the most prominent. You've all heard it before. Survivor Series 1997. Bret Hart, then WWF champion, was off to WCW and was even willing to drop his title as long as it wasn't in Montreal, where, of course, Bret was the homeland hero, especially to a man he hated in real life, Shawn Michaels. Its low ranking comes from the fact that it most likely had been determined already by McMahon beforehand that he wanted Michaels winning the match. Hart went on to write WCW in the air with his fingers, spit in Vince McMahon's face, and punch him out backstage, which, believe it or not, also was not scripted. But never forget the wise words of Vince McMahon, Bret screwed Bret, which is about as true as HBK standing for ham, bacon, and ketchup sandwich. Ugh. Number 9, the pipe bomb. June 27, 2011 saw without a doubt the greatest work shoot promo in all of wrestling history. Imagine working...
I will never forget that, bro. And CM Punk is still the greatest, low-key. He dropped... I will actually react to that because I kind of forgot what he said. But he told the truth about, what WWE did to him and, everything else. But, I will react to that after this video, bro.
For a company and being an absolute workhorse and doing the best job you possibly can do at everything you do, giving it your all, your 110%, all so you can just get this one raise. And then a guy who used to work for the company comes back the next week and gets the raise instead. That's what CM Punk was feeling like after The Rock came back took the one thing CM Punk wanted more than anything, a WrestleMania main event. CM Punk interfered to cost Cena a tables match against R-Truth. Yes, believe it or not, kids, one half of the now Golden Truth was in the main event picture before. While this was scripted as well as CM Punk shooting a promo on Cena was from the ramp, what wasn't scripted was what he actually said. Speaking out against his thoughts about Cena, The Rock, the McMahon family, and even references Colt Cabana before his mic gets cut out. It was the perfect performance to shift the mid-card heel Punk into the longest reigning WWE champion of the modern era. Number 8, the Fingers of Doom. Not the finger of doom that nearly killed Kevin Nash. No, for this we go to WrestleMania 22. Same WrestleMania that featured Undertaker's greatest streak defense against Mark Henry in a casket match. But anyways, Mickie James must have thought this was 1998 and women's private parts were still eligible for storyline use, as she grabbed Trish right in the crotch and went on to lick her fingers. She also went on to botch a Stratisfaction, but that's beside the point. According to James, McMahon was incredibly PO'd, and now both the finger lick and the botched finisher have been edited off the network. Number 7, the curtain call. The Clique was a backstage group composed of Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and Shawn Waltman. Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, one of them having the longest reigning WWF championship in the 90s, the other putting on one of the few 5-star rated David Meltzer matches in WWE history, were sort of a big deal in the company by the time they were leaving for Ted Turner's WCW. Their final WWF matches were both scheduled at Madison Square Garden in 1996, where Michaels took on Nash in a steel cage. After the match, however, the Clique, minus X-Pac, all came out to the ring and hugged and stood together as friends. A very happy send-off for Nash and Hall, aside from the part where Michaels and Hall were both baby faces, i.e. fan favorites, while Levesque, Triple H, and Nash were heels, i.e. hated by the fans. This was a massive break of kayfabe, and just to torture Vince McMahon, who obviously was furious from their actions, fans had actually brought cameras and recorded the footage, and it's online still to this day. The unscripted moment was actually incredibly important, though, as Nash and Hall were leaving the company, and Michaels was the WWF champion, so the punishment fell on Levesque, who was planned to win King of the Ring 1996. Who ended up winning it, though, instead? Stone Cold Steve Austin, and thus begun his era. Imagine if they just decided to follow the rules and not break the script. Might have actually led to WCW winning the Monday Night Wars, God forbid. Got on the Clique to break the rules out time. Number 6, the Royal Rumble 2005 debacle. 2005's Royal Rumble was specifically meant for enhancing the popularity of Batista. He was supposed to be the victor of the match, and all was going smoothly, but then something went wrong when the Animal tried to throw Cena over the top rope. Somehow, poor old Batista ended up going over the ropes as well. By some miracle, or I guess curse, All 4 hit the feet at the exact same moment. It was incredible. How did they work a spot so damn well, the Smarks asked. Well, truth be told, it wasn't supposed to happen. Batista was supposed to throw out the Doctor of Thugonomics and just win the match. Vince McMahon ended up coming down to the ring, furious from the botch, and ends up trying to get up and tears both of his quads. Gimmick infringement, I say. That's Kevin Nash's ordeal. 2 glorious unscripted moments in the span of just minutes. Anyone who actually paid to go to Royal Rumble 2005 live in person clearly got their money's worth. Number 5, Joey Mercury kisses a ladder. Joey Mercury had an underwhelming wrestling career, to say the least, but he's had 2 extremely memorable moments: pinning Seth Rollins on Raw in 2015 and busting his nose in every wrong direction possible. A botched spot at Armageddon 2006's Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Ladder match, in which Matt Hardy jumped onto a ladder which was meant to hit both M&M members, ended up legitimately hitting Mercury directly on the nose, completely shattering it. Matt Hardy had this to say in an interview about Mercury's face after the spot: "It was like someone went to a sink and turned the faucet on. That is brutal." Number 4, the infamous fall. The world knows Mick Foley is the hardcore legend for some of the spots he would do. As a man not exactly in the Vince McMahon preferred shape, which is looking like you've been lifting weights since you were in the womb, by the way, Foley had to risk more to get popularity. This, however, was not supposed to go how it did. King of the Ring 1998 saw Foley take on The Undertaker in what would become one of the most watched and talked about segments in all of wrestling. Undertaker was performing a chokeslam on Foley on top of the cell, but instead of hitting the top of the cell, he busted through the top of the cell and fell all the way to the floor. If it wasn't bad enough, earlier in the match, Foley had already dropped 22 feet off of the cell into the announcer's table. Undertaker's reaction was the perfect reaction. After the match, he told Foley straight up, "I thought you were dead." He was knocked unconscious for a few seconds, but thankfully came to and finished the match. Props to Mick. Number 3, Victory Road 2011. Oh boy, TNA, everybody's favorite wrestling promotion. Well, they certainly deserve the spot on this list due to Jeff Hardy's actions during the night. It was Hardy versus Sting, truly a dream match that everyone wanted to see. Clearly drunk or high, most likely both, after reportedly being out for a few hours before the pay-per-view, Victory Road 2011 ended on a sour note, with Hardy, or at least the messy ghost of Hardy, staggering out, probably not knowing what those 2 5-figured things moving in front of him were, and as the match started, Eric Bischoff came out to talk to Hardy and Sting. The no disqualification match, keep in mind, ended in just under a minute and a half after only a single offensive move, Sting dropping a Scorpion Death Drop on Hardy. That was it. The big main event, dream match everyone wanted, was over. Truly a disappointment. Number 2, Jerry Lawler's heart attack.
I remember this.
The September 10th, 2012 episode of Raw saw a match between Team Hell No versus the Primetime Players, which sadly saw Jerry Lawler, sitting on commentary with Michael Cole, collapse, suffering a legitimate heart attack live on air. Cole, not being a very well-received commentator to most, handled the situation very well, informing everyone throughout the night about Lawler's condition while always being able to maintain eye contact with the camera. It was clear and evident that Jerry meant a lot to Cole, and ended up being an effective face turn, however not a planned one. Thankfully, the King survived. Number 1, Owen Hart's death. Over the Edge 1999 saw possibly the worst tragedy in all of wrestling. Owen Hart, wrestling as the Blue Blazer at the time, was supposed to descend into the ring via a grappling line. However, his harness broke and he fell around 70 feet directly into the ropes and then landed into the ring. Owen passed away from his injuries. However, the pay-per-view went on and Stone Cold eventually came out to pay tribute. Owen was a fantastic wrestler, husband, father, and man overall. Likeable outside the ring, good to work with inside the ring. He was one of the best men in the industry, and he has been and will continue to be missed. Rest in peace, Owen Hart. This has been D Wicket from Watch WWE. If you enjoyed, like the video and subscribe for more awesome wrestling content. Thank you all for watching.
Well, if you guys enjoyed that video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Damn, the last one though, that's something. That is something. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you guys are new, join the KCA crew. We are on the road to 2K. Make sure to tap that bell so you never miss a video. Make sure to comment down below what you guys want me to react to next. By the way, I'm going to make a poll on which games you guys want me to play too, because I want to get into gaming. Maybe my first game I play is going to be Fortnite or something. I don't know. But just let me know down in the comments. But yeah, Peace. Bye.